All right. Ooh, shaking. So, today is tray 21. So I'm really pushing that halfway mark because I have 21 trays right now, and I have to get up to 43. So that basically means yeah, I'm just pushing the halfway mark, and I'm really excited to finally be closer and closer to being done. I still think it's a year left, or 40 something weeks or whatever still, because each tray you have to wear them for 2 weeks. So anyways, yeah, this is what it's looking like right now. I just put the new trays in last night, and so this part really sticks out, and it's cutting my gums, which is not my favorite. That was really the worst part of this whole journey, was all the cutting inside my mouth that it would do. And I don't think it would happen to everybody. I think it's like while I'm talking, this kind of gets stuck, and you can see it's really sharp right there, or at least I don't know if you can see, but it's super sharp because the plastic isn't completely resting. These you can barely see the big gap between my gums and the tray, because it usually rests really good on there. But when it's trying to get to a new spot, I think the plastic or whatever this material is, it just sticks out further because it's trying to, I don't know, go to a new spot basically and pull the tooth somewhere else. So it makes a lot of cuts in your mouth, and that's pretty annoying. But like I said, I don't think that would happen to everyone, especially if you just have a little bit of movement that you need to do. It probably wouldn't be that bad. It probably wouldn't be that extreme. But for me, yeah. So right now, I still got 1, 2, and then 3 rubber bands. But I haven't shown a detailed video in a while, I don't think. So just to kind of see where we're at. This is a lot different than it used to be. I sometimes will run across an old video and I'm just holy cow, how did anyone ever date me? My teeth were so jacked up. They were just so everywhere and on top of each other, and still they're pretty crooked, right now if you looked at me oh yeah, kind of crooked teeth, but nowhere near what it was. And I feel my teeth look so much bigger now because you can actually see the whole tooth in most spots. And before, you could only see half of every other tooth, and they just looked smaller. So it's exciting. These rubber bands, they kind of pinch the inside of your cheek, and it doesn't really hurt that bad. But then I just play around with it feels like a scar in there. So not super complaining or anything, but just to give you a heads up, if you ever do this, it could be the things that you're running into. So yes, this is tray 21 out of 43, and it's super exciting to be halfway there at least, because starting over a while ago was just such a defeat feeling. Oh, what? I was already halfway there once. So yeah, that kind of stinks, but I feel hopefully it'll be well worth it. And I just hope that after I'm all done, I don't know if anyone's already been through all of this and they could tell me what did you do afterwards, because I have one friend that after the Invisalign was over, he had to just do a tray at night, I believe, and it was just more of a sturdier, long-lasting tray that you would wear at nighttime to make sure that they didn't move back into place. So I don't know if anybody, if you guys know, did your teeth stay straight? Because that's what I'm super worried about. If they kind of have a home and they want to go back to that every time you're not wearing your trays, because I can tell if I don't have mine in for several hours, they immediately will want to go back to crooked. I don't know why. That's why do they have a home base, and how do they know? Why wouldn't they just stay where you put them? It's pretty weird. So, I mean, obviously I didn't study teeth, so I don't know how it works. But I'm curious about that, because if you go, several years of doing Invisalign and then they go back crooked, I will be super sad. So I want to do everything I can to keep them straight and not have to repay to get them better again. Because I probably wouldn't. I'd be well, I'm sorry, mouth, that's just how you're gonna be. So anyways, yeah, I should take them out and brush my teeth and all that. But yeah, these are, I don't know, they looked, it's very exciting when you see the new trays. When they were so bad before, and they were just the shape was so messed up, it is very exciting seeing what the shape of the trays look like. So I'll show you real quick because they look so much different than they used to. One sec, it's super gross. Don't need to see my spit. Ah! Ooh, oh no. That one really bounced out of there. Okay, so now they're all wet, but you can see, let's see, yeah. That's the shape of my bottom teeth. It's so drastically different than it used to be. It's kind of upside down, but yeah, like they actually somewhat are going in the right direction. This one you can tell is still very much like vampire looking. That was my vampire area. And now that I really like vampires, I'm like, oh, why did I do that? I could have just remained a vampire with everybody and been a cool kid, but whatever. That's what I used to be. I'm getting into my human side now and not looking like a vampire. So yeah, this is the top, and the camera's like not staying totally focused. It's probably too close. But yeah, it actually looks like a U now and not like all crazy. And I get really fascinated about the little things, and I just think it looks cool. So it's probably really blurry. Let it focus for a second. But yeah, it's just crazy. I love the details of each tray and how they could map it out perfectly to where every 2 weeks my tray is different and it's all moving and perfectly lining up with my teeth, and they're all crooked, and it's like, I don't know, I just think it's a fascinating thing. It's really fascinating that they can do it. Very fascinating that it's working, and I just hope that I can keep it working. Oops. Blah blah blah, talking. But yeah, I don't know. I just think it's really cool, fascinating, amazing, miraculous. So yeah. And if you remember, I had huge gaps where the tooth was pulled, that baby tooth. Thankfully, they did not make me take out my wisdom teeth. And apparently, I got my Invisalign at the perfect time where they were like, we're gonna try not to pull so many teeth. Because I guess they were like just pulling everybody's teeth out all the time to do Invisaligns or braces and stuff. And yeah, I guess I just caught her at the right time where she's like, we're gonna try to not pull so many teeth. So I was like, good, I don't wanna lose all my teeth and have it like be really spaced out, but my mouth was kind of too small for all my teeth. So she's like, let's try to make it worse with the teeth you have, just taking out the baby tooth that you don't really need. Although I'm missing that grown-up tooth that is supposed to be there, so I don't know. Like my bottom teeth, I guess, will always be lopsided, which you can tell. I think it'll get a little better. Let's see, I don't know if you can see this, but so this side looks shorter, like it's like way shorter. But since there's still room for this to move over, I think they're gonna try to push these teeth back so it looks more evened out. But I have like a weird number of teeth. So it's like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3. And then this one over here is bigger than this one. So I think over here is where it's missing, right? Yeah, this side's where it's missing on the grown-up tooth. So I don't know if I'll always see like really lopsided. And it's weird that closing down on your teeth, it's like always feels super weird. Like closing down, it always feels like they don't actually have a spot to close down on. And I don't know if everybody else feels like when you close your teeth, do you actually feel like they all sit in a proper way, like they're supposed to be sitting there? And mine always just feel like, ugh, awkward, or like biting down can feel super weird because all the teeth feel like it's like they're crooked Legos, and they're not really supposed to go together, but you're trying to make them fit. So anyways, that's, yeah, my update of Invisalign. And yeah, I'm happy that these gaps are really closing in and they don't look so awkward that I'm missing a tooth. So, okay, bye.